Hello dear students. So let's start our next topic, that is soil. So the thin layer covering the surface of the earth is called soil. Generally we closely relate soil and land to each other, but both of these are not equal, they are different. Landform determine the type of soil, that as we all know that there are various type of soil like alluvial soil, black soil, red soil. So the landform determine the type of soil, and soil is made up of organic matters, minerals and withered rocks found on the earth. So there is a proper process of withering rocks, and the right mixture of mineral and organic matter make the soil fertile. If all the minerals and organic matter are in equal format or in equal quantity, then the land will be very fertile. So here is the picture of soil, which we call soil profile. So the topmost is this is the topsoil, which contain humus and vegetation. This part is called subsoil with sand, silt and clay. This portion, the next layer, is the withered rock materials, and the last portion is your parent rock. So we can say that first we are having topsoil, then subsoil, withered rock material, and then we are having parent rock. So now let's discuss the formation of the soil, that how a soil is formed. So the major factor of soil formation are the nature of the parent rock and climate factor. So here we can see the parent rock. So the major factor is parent rock and climatical factors. Other factors are also involved in the formation of soil, like topography, organic material and time taken for the composition of soil formation. So now we will discuss all these formation factor with the help of this flow chart. So first is our parent rock. Parent rock is responsible for the color, texture, chemical property, mineral content of the soil. Next is our relief, altitude and slope determined accumulation of soil, flora, fauna and microorganism. This affect the rate of humus formation, that if you are having a good variety of flora and fauna in a particular area, so the land or soil which we can get from that particular area will be very fertile because of humus. Next is time. Time determines the thickness of soil formation. So for the thickness of soil formation, time is responsible. Soil जितना ज़्यादा time की होगी वो उतनी ज़्यादा fertile होगी. Climate. Temperature, rainfall influence. Temperature and rainfall influence the rate of withering and humus. So these all are the factors affecting the soil formation. These are parent rock, relief, flora, fauna and microorganism, time and climate. Our next topic is degradation of soil and soil conservation. As we all know that soil erosion is the major factor or major activity are responsible for the soil erosion. In other words, we can say that the removal of first layer of soil is called soil erosion. We can say it land degradation also, and we cannot say that for that land degradation only human factors are responsible. Natural factors are also responsible for the land degradation, like heavy rain, floods, landslide. These are the factors or natural factors which are responsible for the land degradation. So now we will discuss about some human factors which are responsible for the soil erosion by taking example deforestation, overpopulation, overgrazing. So these are the human factors which are responsible for the land degradation. Now we will discuss about some method by which we can conserve our soil. Our first point is mulching. Yes, mulching. What do you mean by mulching? The bare ground between plants is covered with a thin layer of organic matter like straw. That is called our mulching. उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, प्लांट्स के बीच में जो हमारा बेयर ग्राउंड होता है उसको हम कवर कर देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से जो सॉइल होता है, सॉइल रिटेन इट्स मॉइस्चर. नेक्स्ट इज अ कंटर बैरियर. कंटर बैरियर मीन्स in this we build barriers along with the contours. Trenches are made in front of the barrier to collect water, and these trenches will retain that particular soil on their particular place only. वो जो ट्रेंचेस होते हैं, जो बैरियर्स होते हैं, वो उस सॉइल को रिप्लेस होने से रोकते हैं. सो इस तरीके से जो हमारा सॉइल इरोजन है वो नहीं होता है. एंड जनरली दिस इज एप्लीकेबल or practice in the hilly areas where we practice step farming. Next is our rock dam. Rock dam means we are forming a dam with the help of rock. So it will prevent gullies and further soil losses. So when we make a dam with the help of the rock, then it will prevent our soil erosion by stopping that particular soil over there only. It reduce flow of water also, which also helps in the soil, which also helps in the conservation of our soil. So next is our terrace farming. So these are made on the steep slopes so that the flat surface are available to grow crops. They can reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. So this is our terrace farming, जिसमें हम अपने जो प्लेन एरिया होता है उसको भी हम किस चीज के लिए यूज करते हैं, फॉर ग्रोइंग क्रॉप्स. और ये क्या रिड्यूस करता है, सरफेस रन ऑफ को वो रिड्यूस करके सॉइल इरोजन को वहां पे रोकता है. नेक्स्ट इज आर कंटर प्लगिंग, कंटर प्लॉइंग. कंटर प्लॉइंग में क्या होता है, कंटर प्लॉइंग में इसमें हम जो प्लॉ करते हैं वो इस तरीके से प्लॉ करते हैं. For example, if we irrigate this land, so soil erosion with the help of water will stop over here. Okay, ये हमारा जो soil है यहाँ से कहीं और बाहर नहीं जाएगा. And if we will irrigate from here, then the soil erosion will stop over here only. क्योंकि इसके आगे जो हमारा जो एक कंटर है वो चेंज हो जाता है. अगर ये इसी तरीके से फ्लो होता रहेगा तो इसके साथ हमारी सॉइल भी चली जाएगी. और यहाँ पे अगर हमारा जो पैटर्न है अगर वो चेंज हो रहा है, सो दैट सॉइल विल रिटेन ओवर हेयर ओनली. और इस तरीके से जो हमारा सॉइल इरोजन है वो नहीं हो पाता है फिर. सो दिस इज आवर कंटर प्लोइंग, विच इज अ वेरी गुड मेथड फॉर सॉइल कंजर्वेशन. नेक्स्ट इज आवर इंटरक्रॉपिंग. इंटरक्रॉपिंग मीन्स growing crops in alternate rows and also sown at different time to protect the soil from rain wash. Means in intercropping we are changing cropping pattern. We are not growing only one particular crop on a complete piece of land. We are growing different we can say vegetables or crop on that particular land. So it will help in the soil erosion. Next is our shelter belt. Shelter belt is a coastal and dry regions. वहां पे हम इसे प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. इसमें जनरली क्या होता है कि जो भी हमारा एक पर्टिकुलर पीस ऑफ लैंड है उसके चारों तरफ जो हम एक प्लांट्स ग्रो करके वहां पे एक शेल्टर बेल्ट टाइप में हम बना देते हैं कि जब भी वहां पे कोई अगर स्टॉर्म वगैरह होता है या फिर बहुत ज्यादा तेज हवा वगैरह चल रही होती है तो वहां पे जो सॉइल है, वो जो प्लांट्स है वो उस सॉइल को वहीं कंजर्व करके रखते हैं. जहां पे हमने अपनी क्रॉप ग्रो की है वहां की जो सॉइल है वो जो क्रॉप हो गई उसकी जो रूट्स हैं वो उसे होल्ड करके रखेंगी. बट जहां पे हमारी कोई भी क्रॉप हमने ग्रो नहीं की है वहां का जो हमारी सॉइल है वो इरोज हो सकती है. तो वहां पे सॉइल इरोजन को स्टॉप करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, वहां पे बहुत सारे ट्रीज एक प्रॉपर रो में हम वहां पे ग्रो अप करते हैं. और जब वो ट्री बड़े हो जाते हैं तो वहां पे वो एक तरीके से बेल्ट बना लेते हैं. बेल्ट मतलब वो पूरा का पूरा जो एरिया होता है वो बेल्ट के टाइप पे कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, जिससे जो हमारा प्लेन एरिया है जहां पे हमने कोई भी क्रॉप ग्रो नहीं की है वो वहां पे उन पेड़ों की जो रूट्स हैं वो उस सॉइल को कंजर्व करके रखती है. सो दिस इज योर शेल्टर बेल्ट्स. सो this is all about this video. In our next video, we will start our next topic, that is water.